Hi, guys. Welcome to Nora Christine Live. We are going to be talking about uh, Emmanuel Haro. He has gone missing. We have the exclusive details. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you can know when I go live. So, guys, I have very, very unfortunate news to tell you about Emmanuel Haro. Guys, I don't know if you guys heard, but on August 14th, Emmanuel's mother, Rebecca Haro, reported him missing after claiming she was attacked while changing his diaper in a parking lot outside a Big Five sporting goods store in Yucaipa, California. She said she awoke to find her baby gone. So I don't get it. Like, did they hit her over the head? Like, something's not adding up here. But okay, nevertheless. Authorities deployed K9 units, obtained surveillance footage from nearby areas, and they executed search warrants at the family's Cabazon home and began reviewing digital evidence. Okay. So let me play the first clip because there's some updates that we have to talk about today. Guys, if you're watching, please follow your girl on Nora Christine Live and make sure you guys hit the notification bell. This is a news clip from a California news station. Here we go.
Guess which student has a better chance of getting into...
Hold on, guys. One second, guys.
Are zeroing in on the parents of a missing 7-month-old boy. We have learned today the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department now has confiscated the father's vehicle. The parents of Emmanuel Haro say the boy was abducted 4 days ago after his mother was attacked in a store parking lot.
But investigators say there are a growing number of inconsistencies in their story. KTLA's Jennifer McGraw is live in San Bernardino with the latest details. Jennifer, what is emerging in this case?
Yeah, again, they did confiscate the father's car, which is a big deal today, and a new development into the family. That baby was snatched here allegedly 6 days ago. We still don't know where he is, and plenty of people around the world are either searching and sleuthing, demanding answers for baby Emmanuel. While the search continues for answers as to where 7-month-old Emmanuel was taken, the case is capturing the world's attention, growing increasingly worried and frustrated.
It takes a little time because you're looking at all the different possible things that could have happened.
Former FBI agent Bobby Jacone now turned attorney.
It takes even longer when the people most centered on the investigation, in this case, the parents of a child like this, stop cooperating.
If you know anything, please come and bring my son back, please. I'm begging you.
Rebecca and Jake Haro made their desperate plea to help find their baby boy Emmanuel after mom said she was attacked by a stranger and punched out in the Big Five parking lot, waking up to find her baby missing. 2 days later, they cut ties with police and lawyered up. Now investigators are looking into the parents and behind the scenes.
I'm sure that the investigators, at an early stage started trying to get a picture of what this family dynamic was like, how they treated the child. And that comes from both the parents and from outside sources like neighbors, friends, family, coworkers.
And while they're looking into texts and computer searches and communications, damaging evidence coming out showing the dad, Jake, has a past conviction for child abuse.
In this case, the father's background does come into play, so they have to start looking into that as well.
And the evidence surrounding the case continues to look grim after learning cadaver dogs were brought to the couple's property in Cabazon.
Well, it clearly tells me that they have reason to believe that the child is deceased, unfortunately. I think that that's the natural assumption, because why else would you just randomly bring in cadaver dogs?
Wow. That is...
Still holding on to hope that baby Emmanuel is okay. Anybody with information should contact the Sheriff's Department.
I don't have any comment.
So this was them getting arrested, guys. This is a very, very tragic ending to the story. I don't think they found the baby yet, but anyways, basically there was inconsistencies detected. They said investigators discovered contradiction in Rebecca's account, and when confronted, she ceased cooperating. Despite this, no Amber Alert was issued, which tells me that they don't believe that baby was ever taken, as no suspect or vehicle description was available. August 17th to 18th, community members organized candlelight vigils in the town, drawn by growing concern and doubts over the parents' story. Evidence collected. Law enforcement seized the father, Jake Haro's vehicle, as potential evidence. The couple's home was further searched with a canine and forensic support, as you saw in the shot. Jake Haro pleaded guilty to child cruelty relating to an incident in 2018 where a child, his half-sister of Emmanuel, so one of his children, was severely injured. He received a felony probation sentence, and he did a brief time in jail. August 27th, both Rebecca and Jake were arrested. So about 4 days ago, they were arrested and charged with murder. Investigators concluded Emmanuel was never abducted, and he believed to be deceased. The search for his remains continued. His father has been searching a field in Moreno Valley in prison attire with law enforcement and cadaver dogs near the 60 freeway, though no results have emerged. A separate property in Moreno Valley linked to a child abuse allegation has also been searched by investigators. Surveillance footage, electronics, and household items have been seized for analysis. Blood-stained floorboards were allegedly found in the family home. Oh, Jesus. The Haros remain without bail, and they have a court case today. So later today, we'll have more information. This is wild, guys. No Amber Alert was issued, okay? And the authorities now believe the kidnapping narrative was fabricated. And digital records, vehicles, and forensic samples are being meticulously examined. The community's trust has been eroded, especially around the parents, though a few continue to hold out hope. If you have any information, they're asking that you come forward to the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, urging the public to come forward. Okay, guys, this is horrible. Okay, terrible. I mean, this is the worst case scenario possible. I'm very heartbroken and sad that this happened. I am so sad and heartbroken. So sad that this has happened. Sending prayers. I know that there are TikTok sleuths out there. Let's go see what the TikTok people are saying. Let's listen to some conspiracies because I know they're out there. This parents. Let's listen to the TikTok theories. I really don't have none. I haven't been following this case that closely, but we can have a laugh and, you know, cry our tears and laughing at these people because they have all sorts of theories. Let me.
Maybe Emmanuel Haro has not been found yet. And I'm going to give you a theory of mine, and I'm going to warn you right now. This theory is disturbing. So consider that your trigger warning. If you get disturbed easily, you might want to scroll. I have a degree in criminology, and I worked with a criminal defense attorney in Atlanta for 10 years. I'm telling you that so that when you hear my theory, you don't think I mean, if you know me, I am a little, but not in this way. Given what happened yesterday, taking Jake out to the side of Highway 60, searching that field the way that they searched that field. If you haven't seen the video, go see it. They line up in a line and they search. It's protocol. This is a map from Cabazon to Moreno Valley. Cabazon is where the Haros live. Moreno Valley is where they did that search yesterday. This straight line after the 10 is Highway 60. I keep going back to the reports that Rebecca allegedly tried to buy a hacksaw about 3 weeks before they reported Emmanuel missing. I'm going to say the quiet part out loud. What if we're not looking for a baby now? We're looking for parts. With the amount of wildlife in this area, including coyotes, if the baby was there intact and an animal got to it, there would be some sort of... But what if it wasn't a baby that was put there? What if it was... Don't unalive the messenger. This is Tat's brain at work with theories. What if this little boy never comes home? What if we never find this little boy because he's not intact? Baby Emmanuel Haro has not been found yet. And I'm going to give you a theory of mine. And
oh, God, this is terrible. Like, This is what
Is
another
it
person's
possible
saying.
that the remains of baby Emmanuel Haro are lost? I'm a forensic scientist and a former CSI, so let me address this comment I got on a recent video. If you missed it, I posted a video with this image from yesterday where Jake Haro was out with deputies from the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Office, apparently helping them to search this specific area. It looks like maybe he took them to this area or was informing them about a possible area where the baby's remains could be. But ultimately, law enforcement made a press release saying we did not find anything and they continued to look for Emmanuel's remains. And then I got this comment from somebody who lives in the area who says there's a lot of wildlife out there. So how could wildlife in the area affect the remains? It's pretty gruesome to think about, but animals are going to do what animals do. And when a body is out in an area, that essentially becomes a food source for animals and wildlife in the area. And so often what we see is that with surface remains, meaning if a body is just placed on the surface and not buried, or if a body is buried very shallow, not covered with a lot of dirt, or just covered with like grass, sticks, debris, we tend to see a lot of scavenger activity. In those situations, what tends to happen is that animals will come and take parts of the body away. So they'll bite off a part of the body and take it away, and then the remains are no longer in the area where they were left, especially if they were left on the surface. I've had this happen before where we've worked a case and we went out to an area where there were surface remains and we found a couple of bones in one area. The case that comes to mind, we found most of the leg bones and a couple ribs, but the rest of the body was missing. We found the skull, but not the jaw, and all of those other bones were just gone. We looked all over the place for days, scoured miles of land. We had people all over the place, and ultimately we knew that there were a lot of coyotes in the area. Scavengers like that are going to take the bones, take them back to their dens, back to the areas where they live, and eat the meat that is on the remains, and the bones will then end up kind of all over the place. Again, it's entirely possible that he's not being helpful in this clip at all. You know, we don't really know what the conversation is going on, so he could just be making things up. He could be saying this is where we left him and it's not. He could not remember. This could be a police tactic. Some people suggested that police knew his phone pinged in this area and took him out there. I don't think that that's very likely, but it could be. I'm not saying it's not possible. It just doesn't seem all that plausible in my opinion. So we'll have to see. Is it possible?
So guys, this is very sad. I'm sending all my prayers in the world for the search for baby Emmanuel. I'm sending so many prayers. I am praying for his return. I don't think it's going to happen, unfortunately. I remember when I first heard the story, I said, oh, the parents did this. The story sounded crazy. It sounded Delulu. Like me, if anyone attacks me, I don't care. You're going to have to knock me dead. You're not taking my baby. I remember how protective I was over my most recent baby. And especially my little boy. He was like near and dear to me. So it sounded crazy. It sounded nuts because it is nuts. I knew that they were lying. So anyways, we're going to move on to the next top true crime story of Travis Caleb Decker. There is a massive manhunt for a 32-year-old former U.S. Army Staff Sergeant. He is the sole suspect in the suffocation murder of his three daughters, Peyton 9, Evelyn 8, and Olivia 5. He unalived them in June 2025. There is a massive manhunt going on. You guys, we need to be aware of this. If we see this psycho, you need to turn him in. Guys, if you're watching, please hit the like button, but let me play the clip of the manhunt for him.
Underway in the hunt for Travis Decker, the father accused of killing his three daughters. Their bodies were discovered in early June near the Rock Island campground near Leavenworth. Good evening. I'm Molly Shen.
And I'm Preston Phillips. That's where an intense two-day search is happening right now. New tonight, the FBI is leading that operation. Investigators say they are focusing their search with nearly 100 personnel.
KOMO's Michelle Esteban joins us live this evening from Leavenworth. So, Michelle, does this indicate any kind of a break in the case or maybe some new evidence?
No, Molly, it does not. And I have to say, when news broke over the weekend that the FBI would be searching a very specific site, a targeted area here in the Cascades, I think a lot of people thought that perhaps that meant there was a break in the case. This is really about revisiting the crime scene and making sure they didn't miss anything.
This case is a priority for the FBI. That is why we're here today.
It is about returning to the scene of the crime or where the young girls' bodies were found, all in hopes of finding Travis Decker. No indication still if he is dead or alive, but what we learned is that often in similar cases, the suspect may be close to the crime scene. We'll remind you the bodies of his daughters, Olivia, Evelyn, and Peyton, just 5, 8, and 9, were found near the Rock Island campgrounds in June. They died of suffocation.
Looking into similar cases, we found that historically and typically you found the homicide suspect and those responsible within a quarter-mile of the scene.
So from that point, a quarter-mile radius is where this search is happening right now for 2 days. We know there have been multiple searches here, but this time is different. They will do a step-by-step, boots on the ground hand search of the area, a specific grid to make sure nothing was missed. There are 100 FBI personnel here and other agencies helping too.
We want to bring answers. We understand the frustration. We're feeling it as well. It's been 3 months.
It is steep, rugged terrain, thick with brush, which means some searchers will be bushwhacking to get through that heavy brush, making sure nothing was missed on that initial search.
We would love to have Travis Decker in custody, standing in front of a judge. We recognize that at times these kind of investigations take time. It's going to take perseverance.
Decker remains the sole suspect. Recent DNA testing reaffirming that. Thousands of hours searching, countless miles of combing through terrain from the air and on the ground, even the launch of water teams and drones and canine units. How this will end remains unknown, but the motivation to keep searching is clear.
We are here to seek justice for Peyton, Evelyn, and Olivia. We're here to find answers for their family, friends, and the community.
Now, I reached out to the girls' mother's attorney to...
Ugh, disgusting. What a creep. So what they're saying is that during a court-approved visit on May 30th, Decker failed to return the children. Their bodies were subsequently found on June 2nd near his abandoned truck at Rock Island Campground in Chelan County. The girls had multiple plastic bags over their heads, 2 for 2 of them, 3 for the other, and were zip-tied. Asphyxiation was ruled as the cause of death. Decker's DNA was found on both the bags and cable ties. No unknown DNA was detected, solidifying him as the lone suspect. His abandoned truck contained his wallet, cell phone, and his unharmed dog. Blood was also detected at the scene. The manhunt is a large multi-agency effort, as you guys saw. Authorities warn Decker is armed, dangerous, and skilled in wilderness survival, capable of lasting in the wild with minimal supplies. Searches have included GRED operations with nearly 100 agents, cadaver dogs, aerial surveillance, and access to remote trail systems. Okay. So as of today, the latest, guys, is that the FBI is leading an intensified 2-day operations near Rock Island Campground and surrounding areas. Campgrounds and trails, including Chatter Creek and Black Pine Horse campgrounds, have been closed to facilitate the search. Investigators believe that Deco has fled toward Canada, as indicated by his internet searches. This has spurred collaboration with Canadian authorities. An emerging theory suggests Decker might have had help from an accomplice, enabling prolonged evasion. Oh, who would help this creep? Who are these? And I bet you it's a woman too. That's the worst part. I guarantee a woman is the one helping him. That is the worst part. Okay. This is crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. He's a creep. I want to know who's helping him. The community response has been profound. A GoFundMe has raised past $1 million. Well, I guess that's good. This is crazy, man. What's his name? Travis Decker. Let's see what the conspiracies are, guys. I want to see what they're saying the conspiracies are for him. Let's see what this lady has to say. Guys, if you're watching, please hit the like button. I'm going to play you guys some conspiracies. We're talking about Travis Decker. He is the creep that unalived his 3 beautiful little girls, and he's gone missing since June.
Breaking news. Authorities have held a press conference regarding an update on Travis Decker. As you may recall, Travis Decker took the life of his 3 daughters back in May. He had visitation rights given to him by the court, and when he was supposed to return the girls back to their mother, he never did. Since then, Travis Decker has been on the run and/or deceased. This weekend, the FBI closed down the campground in which the 3 girls were located deceased. They initially said it was going to stay closed until Wednesday, but at the press conference, they believe they may have it open by Tuesday. They said they've received hundreds of tips and covered hundreds of miles. They said they are trying to gather evidence that may have been buried or carried away. After 3 months of looking for Travis Decker, they are still asking the public's assistance in locating him. One of the officers who spoke made a strange statement regarding that it may take years to locate Decker. They said they are focused on about a quarter-mile radius of where the girls were located deceased, as that is most likely where they will find him and or clues. They also stated nothing specific led them to this search area, that they are just following up and doing their due diligence. They also confirmed all of the searches have been by ground and they have not done any aerial searches. Authorities have spent the last 3 months looking for Travis Decker and are asking the public's assistance if they have any clues or tips as to where he could be. I know this was not much of an update, but authorities did hold a press conference.
Yeah, I want to see if there's any conspiracies. Like, what is the conspiracies? Like, what are people saying that they suspect? Let's see what this lady had to say. What's the secret? Like, they're not saying what the secret is. I want to know what the secret is. Let's see what.
If you have to leave, I wish that you.
Oh, I guess she's a psychic. I like to watch people's conspiracies because sometimes they be on point. But nevertheless, guys, this is very, very sad. Anyone who is supporting this creep, you deserve to go to prison. You deserve the death penalty with him because he is a creep who could hurt those sweet, beautiful little angels. What a creeper. And again, guys, I really pray that there's no one helping him, especially I hope it's no women. I could understand if his mom or a family member helps him. I don't think it's right, but that's their family. But some rando woman, you guys are disgusting. This is a clip. I'm going to play the exclusive clip at his divorce hearing with his ex-wife where they're talking about custody. Hold on, guys. I'm going to play it now for us.
So tell me why you don't agree that there is that. I already only get a day. Saturday night.
Oh, he had a good job that he a union member.
And through the new parenting plan, it takes away basically all the opportunities to be around the girls when I'm not at work. Every time I've had to work, we have been in campsites in national forests and paid campsites that have campers. We've never done anything that was unsafe or anything that would not I understand that my current position when I'm by myself isn't ideal, but my daughters aren't part of that. I only get to see them over the weekends, and camping is something that the four of us have done since the three of them were in diapers. Actually, in Columbus, Georgia, we used to go camping every 2 weeks. And so part of our time together is getting out into the nature and riding horses and experiencing things. And on the weekends that I have not been able to provide shelter, or the weekends that I've stayed at the house with Whitney and the girls because I wasn't going to try to drag them into a situation that would have been unsafe. I've never...
And you want to know the sad part, guys? I'm reading here that he was supposed to, court orders had required mental health evaluation, counseling, restricted visitation, but they were not implemented. His ex-wife and legal representative representatives noted that he had received timely mental health support as a veteran. The tragedy might have been avoided. Guys, if you have a veteran in your life, please make sure that they're getting the help that they need. PTSD is real. These veterans, the military, God bless the military. Thank all the military service members for their service. But it is hard being a veteran. It is hard getting out of the service. I don't know what they put them through, but clearly it's something, because almost everybody I know that was in the military has something mentally wrong with them. Okay. So going to war is hard. Serving in the military is hard. So hug a service member today if you see one. Give them a free drink. Give them a free something. Give them a pat on the back. Give them a hug. Give them love, because they need love. Okay. We need to be giving love to our service members. Nevertheless, guys, I appreciate you for watching. Guys, if you're not already subscribed, I see a lot of you guys are watching right now on YouTube. Please go to my YouTube. On X, please go to my YouTube, Nora Christine Live. Give your girl a follow. If you are watching on X, hit that like button. And guys, we'll be back. I'll be back Friday night at 9 p.m. I will be doing a live stream recapping Big Brother and the Housewives. So we call it Reality Recap Fridays. And we do live streams periodically regarding true crime as well. So here at Nora Christine Live, we focus on true crime and reality TV, a little break from the politics. And if you guys want to support your girl on the political side, please head on over to the new party. And thank you guys for watching, and God bless and have a nice day.
Welcome to Nora Christine Live. Live shows while we are sipping tea and serving truth. We dish out the hottest gossip and reality tea. We talk about everything from celebrity gossip and reality TV to current events and everything in between. We keep it real. If you like your tea with a side of sass and a little bit of shade, then this is a show for you. I'm your host, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You may know me as a co-founder, executive producer, and host of the New Party podcast. Every Friday, we drop a new episode at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So grab your cup of tea, sit back and relax because you're in for a treat.